Hi, I'm Billy and Logic from Banting Secondary School.
I joined robotics because it seemed new and interesting.
I joined robotics because it interests me, building robots and programming, and I get to interact with people who have the same interests as me.
I just love robots, making computers, programming, anything the tech stuff, I would suppose. I would call myself a nerd.
I feel like robotics is something that's going to be great for my future, but at the same time I enjoy it very much. And I see myself doing this a lot in the future.
It looks good on a resume saying that you were part of a robotics team, and universities look for that too. And since I want to go into something with programming or building, that's good for me.
It means a lot to me to be around with other people, with an awesome captain, with awesome mentors, obviously teaching me much more in my skills and improving them.
I've learned a little bit about coding, and I've also learned how to look at things in a new perspective, and like designing and building perspective.
So I've learned the process of elimination, which is basically a trial and error process, where if something doesn't work out when you're building something, then you try something else and go from there.
Increase improvement in programming, a bit of engineering and build. I learned a bit in design.
What we did for Oxford Invitational this year is we actually hosted our own internal competition. We had a very large group and we divided them into multiple different groups so that everyone would get a say in how their robot was made, and we made them, or had them, make their own robots. We gave them our own deadline so that their individual robots had to be done by that point, and then on that day they competed. So with that, we got to see a lot more ideas come out. Everyone got to work on their own robot, and it was much more inclusive, especially for our new members. This is their first experience with robotics, and it helps a lot. So what happened with our internal competition when it came to pass is we actually had two teams that tied. We couldn't decide between the two because both were quite good. The first robot, it was quite good at recreating its results, but it took a very long time, almost a minute. So because of that, we didn't want to just all out say that they had won, because we believed that if someone else could do the same amount of points, they would win in speed. For our second group, they were very, very fast, but at times they weren't quite as predictable. So what we actually did was we said that both were winners and that it was a tie. So both would work to collaborate and make one good robot out of the kits provided. So with that, we have taken the idea that makes the one robot really fast and the other one efficient and mixed them to make one very good robot, and both teams are actually going to be in the video that you see now.
So what we have here is the final design we'll be taking to competition. The main part of this is the advancing wall, and what that has is 5 fastening units, each of which contain a washer and a nut. And powered by these 2 motors here, this wall is going to move forwards into the wall of wheels. Now these are powered all at once by an actuator in the back and a gear system connecting them all together. So these will spin as the wall presses in slightly to connect the 2, screwing in the bolt. Now all these bolts are also held together by the ceiling running over top, which prevents them from coming out or just going all over the place and acting unpredictably. After it's all done, the wall moves back and we have 5 units all prepared all at once.